This is the most famous slot machine cheating case in U.S. casino history. On April 17, 2011, at a casino located in Las Vegas, a man named John Kane sat down at a slot machine as usual. He hit the jackpot after only pressing a few buttons. But he didn't celebrate at all. He calmly kept repeating his previous actions. Just then, a group of casino security personnel silently surrounded him. And in the monitoring room further away, casino managers, software engineers from multiple casinos, and people from the Nevada Gaming Control Board were all staring at the same screen. For this moment, they had been investigating for 2 whole years. What was even more unexpected was the judge's final ruling, which shocked the entire gambling industry. Now, let's turn back the clock to 2009 to see exactly how this man, who once beat the slot machines, managed to do it. Initially, John Kane was just an ordinary gambler, spending a few hours in the casino daily, winning some, losing some. Until late one night, he noticed something strange. The amount displayed on the slot machine screen was much higher than it should have been. Even when betting the minimum amount, the machine would still display jackpot combinations meant for high-stakes bets. At first, John thought he'd misread the numbers. But over the next few days, as the same thing happened again and again, he suddenly realized this might not be luck. Instead, there might be some unknown loophole. So he went back home, turned on the slot machine in his living room, and after repeated testing, he found that, even by using different combinations, different game modes, different bet amounts, different button sequences, and every possibility he could think of, no abnormality appeared. But when he returned to the casino, the glitch kept showing up. Since John didn't understand slot machine principles at all, he needed help from an expert. He decided to contact his old friend, Andre. The two then went to the casino together, choosing a slot machine near a corner to conduct their experiment. After repeatedly recording every detail, including the bet, multiplier, and bonus changes, and analyzing them, Andre finally found the problem, a loophole left by the manufacturer many years ago when replacing the code. That is, when winning a jackpot combination with a very small bet, as long as they didn't cash out immediately, but instead chose to switch to another game mode, they could trigger the multiplier function. This way, no matter how they adjusted the bet amount, the machine wouldn't reset the previous jackpot combination. The payout would be calculated based on the new, high-stakes bet upon settlement, allowing them to claim a huge prize. They later dubbed this the golden sequence operational logic. In this process, there was no hacking behavior, nor was any stealing device used. There was only a loophole that no one knew about. Initially, to avoid drawing attention, they only won small amounts, with the amounts being varied, and they never played on the same machine twice. This led the casinos to believe they were just lucky, so they paid no mind. But as John and Andre began to expand their scope, from Las Vegas to California, and then to New Jersey, they were wherever there was a slot machine. Meanwhile, as greed followed, the two split up due to disputes over shares, starting to operate alone. They used the exact same method in different states, and the prize amounts kept increasing, which immediately alerted the casinos to the abnormal frequency of large jackpots. To thoroughly investigate the slot machine software, the Nevada Gaming Control Board deployed a team of geeks. After carefully checking every line of code, they found that there was indeed a faulty code calculation method on the slot machine, and it had existed since 2002. The abnormal jackpot events were very likely caused by someone discovering and triggering this loophole. The Gaming Control Board immediately contacted the FBI for assistance with the investigation, collecting a series of clues, including large amounts of surveillance footage and machine logs. After 2 years of integrated analysis, they finally focused their target on the Silverton Casino in Las Vegas. At this time, John had hit the jackpot 5 times on the same machine in just 1 hour, but he didn't know that. On the other side of the surveillance, countless eyes had already witnessed the cheating process. John was immediately detained and controlled by security personnel. Not only was the $27,000 cash in his pocket confiscated, but the machine was also taped off with yellow caution tape. At the same time, Andre was also arrested at a casino in Pennsylvania. After several months of investigation, the casinos filed suit against John Kane and Andre under the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. Federal prosecutors argued that they were suspected of manipulating a protected computer system and stealing a large amount of money from it. They claimed casino surveillance footage and records proved the two had won multiple times in suspicious patterns. The slot machine jackpots had accumulated to millions of dollars. The entire case had conclusive evidence and constituted a serious criminal offense. But in the courtroom, the events took an unexpected turn. John's lawyer stood up and presented a defense that shocked everyone present. Namely, the defendant had not engaged in any hacking, nor used any device or installed malicious software, and had not even exceeded any authorized access scope. He merely pressed the buttons that the slot machine was designed to allow him to press a few extra times. The only flaw was in the machine's own programming. although the casino vehemently countered at this point, insisting that John and Andre had exceeded authorized access by utilizing information the public shouldn't know to gain an unfair advantage. The judge's final verdict left the casinos speechless, because merely pressing buttons in an unintended sequence did not constitute hacking or unauthorized access in the legal sense. The indictment was therefore invalid, and the charges were dropped. And so, these two ordinary people, using only a hidden loophole, managed to win millions of dollars in legal prize money from them. For the casino industry, this was an unbearable public humiliation. Although the case prompted regulators and manufacturers to urgently check for and fix the vulnerability, the real question is, if an operation involving only a sequence of button presses can bring the Las Vegas casinos to their knees, how many other hidden loopholes are still waiting to be discovered?